been okay. So to close the first bracket, I'd like to finish with a bit of a spoken word for you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, here we go. The bait they used to lure, it was the prospect of a tour, all through England's green and pleasant land. 1 month was the tenure, at all shapes and styles of venue, and without a thought I said, deal us a hand. So 30 hours on a plane, as we've done time and time again, myself and Darren Hanlon, at no trifling expense. And then upon alighting, we caught the bus to Brighton, from where this tour de force it would commence. And at our rendezvous there was a small car, navy blue, a Citroen with yellow plates that bore the letter L, and we began to wonder if we'd made some massive blunder, like AC/DC on a highway bound for hell. Uphill and down a merry dale at speeds to make a faint heart quail, and if we lived to tell the tale, just praying that the brakes don't fail, and we began to wonder if we'd make it out alive. We were on tour with Attila, and he was learning how to drive. On the M roads and the A roads and the should have given way roads, our sole relief was sometimes stopping at a little chef. From Hull to Billericay, every roundabout proved tricky. As he bunny hopped, he barely stopped to draw a second breath. As the Citroen struggled willfully, we kept our eyes peeled skillfully while the stereo pumped out those tunes by T-Rex and The Clash. And with politics debating and hands gesticulating, we urged to keep concentrating, for any stockbroker can crash. Uphill and down a merry dale at speeds to make a faint heart quail, and if we live to tell the tale, just praying that the brakes don't fail. You'll read it in the Daily Mail, police on my back and on my tail. And we began to wonder if we'd make it out alive, and we went on tour with Attila, and he was learning how to drive. Now we were booked to play in Newport Town, to go on after Ian Brown, that stone rose of high renown, to Attila's great dismay. And Brown, he played just 2 songs, and he bid his sad fans so long. He jogged off in his tracksuit, and it came our turn to play. To the crowd's remaining quota, 7 punks and the promoter, and a drunken girl that sat and pegged boiled lollies at our head. Attila said, there's a better gig tomorrow, let's go drown our sorrows. We'll hit the all-night takeaway before we go to bed. His beer and greasy food wish granted. In the B&B he ranted and lamented that the punk scene had become all limp and drab. He railed and frothed and spat, saying fuck this and fuck that, and fell asleep with his mouth around a half-eaten kebab. But the stockbroker survived, and he awoke fully revived, and he had us in the Citroen. For home he had his sights on, and just for old time's sake, he failed to use the brake and ran 3 reds and 4 stop signs by the time that we saw Brighton. Uphill and down a merry dale at speeds to make a faint heart quail, and if we live to tell the tale, just praying that the brakes don't fail. You read it in the Daily Mail, police on my back and on my tail, around the bend and beyond the pale, a learned learner on the trail. We began to wonder if we'd make it out alive. We were on tour with Attila, and he was learning how to drive. And like Attila's hero, Mark Bolan, the tour just kept on rolling, and Attila kept on driving with no thoughts of slowing down. 30 nights and 30 days in the passenger seats we prayed that we would not meet the same fate as that pop star of renown. But it all worked out just fine. Back in 1999, at the tour's end we all shook hands and went our separate ways. And with a bit of luck, be blessed, Attila passed his test, and his choice of transport seems to be a bicycle these days. Now when I meet up with Hanlon in Melbourne, Portland, London, it's often that we ponder on the hand that fate does deal, of the gigs we didn't do and the deals that might fall through. But we'll not forget those heady days, the nails we bit, the prayers we prayed, the gears we crashed, the lanes we strayed, the songs we sang and the shows we played, with Attila, the stockbroker under instruction at the wheel. Uphill and down a merry dale at speeds to make a faint heart quail, and if we live to tell the tale, just praying that the brakes don't fail. You'll read it in the Daily Mail, police on my back and on my tail, around the bend, beyond the pale, a learned learner on the trail, but it's more like the Bee Gees. Just staying alive. When you're on tour with Attila, MC Attila at the tiller, when you're on tour with Attila and he's learning how to drive. Thanks a lot, we'll see you next time.
Absolutely fantastic. Well, I'm speechless now. I don't know if Matt really. Mick Thomas. That's 3 foot 40, actually, yeah. There's lots of beer. There may only be 39 of us. But we're going to drink more beer tonight than a lot of the gigs where there's 3 times so many people. So and I know you will. So it's over there, and we'll see you in a bit. And I actually have written something I'm going to debut at the beginning of the second half, and it's called Prince Harry's Knob.
Yeah. I was hoping you.